Hi there, my darling Taurus. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to your reading for the week of August 11th, 2025. So, my darling Taurus, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the Spirit Animal Oracle. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my Michelle Knight Tarot cards and then finishing off with Angel Answer cards. All right, my darling Taurus, what messages does Taurus need to know for this week of August 11th, 2025. What does Taurus need to know for this week? See the big picture. Giraffe spirit. Love it. So clearly, my darling Taurus, you're being encouraged this week to look at everything. You know, not to be maybe narrow-minded or anything like that. You're being encouraged to see the bigger picture, to look beyond what's right in front of your face, is what I feel the message is for you this week, my darling Taurus, to maybe open yourself up to new possibilities, to bigger possibilities, to what could be rather than just what is, my darling Taurus, if that makes sense. So that's kind of what I'm feeling off that giraffe spirit for you. All right, let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Taurus. What does Taurus need to know for the week of August 11th, 2025? Nine of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and Justice. All right. So what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, like the traditional meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start off here with the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is all about perseverance, my darling Taurus. It's about keeping on going, you know, not giving up 5 minutes before the miracle happens. That kind of energy, my darling Taurus. I mean, you can see she's got her 8 wands behind her and she's holding on to one more. She's like, she's got to give it one last shot, my darling Taurus. And I feel that that's going to be important for you to, you know, keep going. Don't give up, you know, keep pushing forward with whatever goal, wish, or dream it is that you have, my darling Taurus, because, you know, you just need to give it one last shot, I feel, for you. What popped into my head is, I don't know whether you've seen, there's a cartoon where the guy's got a pitchfork, not a pitchfork, a pickaxe, that's what it's called, and he's going and he's going and he's going like under the earth, and then he keeps going, and then he turns around and gives up, and just before he gives up, and he can't see it because the diamond's just there. If he had just done one more, he would have got to the diamond. So that's kind of the energy, and I know that's bizarro, but that's just what popped into my head, was that keep going, because, you know, just if it feels right, keep moving forward. That's the message that I'm getting, because like I said, don't give up 5 minutes before the miracle happens. It's happening for you. It's coming for you, my darling Taurus. We are in this last week of Mercury retrograde, the retro shadow, my darling Taurus. So I feel the end of this week is the breakthrough that you've been needing, that you've been wanting. And I feel with that, see the bigger picture, it's important for you to see what the potential is, like I said, rather than what's in front of you. Oh, this is too hard, if that makes sense. You know, it's hard because it's meant to be, my darling Taurus. So I hope that makes sense, but that's kind of what I'm feeling. That's the message that's popped into my head and that's coming to me. Because then you've got the Knight of Cups here. So the Knight of Cups is, you know, like a knight in shining armor. I mean, I'm not getting a heap of love off this, but, you know, like I said, love, I've said before, love is always open to us. So But this could be a person. It doesn't necessarily have to be a love connection, but I feel that there could be, you know, someone coming in to support you that makes you feel that almost like they've saved the day, if that makes sense, my darling Taurus. That this person, like I said, is your knight in shining armor, but doesn't have to be love. You know, it could be that you're working on a project at work and this one of your colleagues comes in and you know, just gives you that final piece of the puzzle that you've needed, that does that last bit of work for you that you've been struggling with, my darling Taurus. That's the kind of person I mean, that comes in to just help. It gives you support that is what you've needed this week, my darling Taurus, and it makes you feel good. It makes you feel that, you know, you can keep going, if that makes sense, my darling Taurus. So, you know, let me know in the comments. I would love to know if you know this person, or if you feel that if this is happening for you, because I sort of feel that um you know, this person, yeah, they're going to, and it could be a Libra. We've got Justice here, which is Libra energy. So, you know, let me know if it is a Libra that is coming in for you. But, you know, whether it's a love connection, or it is just someone that helps you get to where you need to go this week, my darling Taurus. So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling here. And then, as I said, you've got the Justice card. So this is Libra energy. So, like I said, this person that's supporting you could be a Libra. If, you know, it's not a person for you, then this could just be, if you have Libra in your chart, my darling Taurus, go and watch the Libra reading, because it could have a message in there for you. So the Justice card is all about just that, justice. It could be receiving justice for, you know, if you're going through some kind of lawsuit, if you're going through some kind of like legal battle, or, you know, insurance claim, something where an outcome is needed, my darling Taurus. It could also just be karmic justice that you're receiving this week. You know, with that, see the big picture. You've got someone coming in to support you. You're being encouraged to keep, you know, to keep on going, to persevere. This could be at the end of that journey, your karmic justice comes for you, my darling Taurus. So, you know, whatever it is that you're working towards, my darling Taurus, I feel that you're going to get the justice that you deserve this week. And I feel that it could be coming in this week, but you are being asked to see the bigger picture. You are being asked to keep going. You know, if you give up 5 minutes before the miracle happens, you may not get this, my darling Taurus. So, you know, I'm going to get comments going, well, this didn't work for me, you know, blah, blah, blah. But did you give up? Did you give up 5 minutes before the miracle happens, my darling Taurus? So be honest with yourself and see what happens. So, but like I said, I also feel that if this is a person coming in, it could be a Libra, my darling Taurus. So, like, I've probably already put it together for you, but with this, see the bigger picture, I just feel that you are being encouraged to not be narrow-minded and focused only on, you know, what's in front of you, that you can't see the bigger picture, my darling Taurus. Maybe don't be focused on what hasn't worked out here with, you know, this something that hasn't worked out 8 times. Don't be focused on what hasn't worked out, my darling Taurus. Be focused on what could be. You've got one last shot at it, so go for it. I do feel there could be someone coming in to support you that could give you that final boost that you need to get it moving. But, you know, take that how it resonates, whether it's a Libra, whether it's someone else, you know, or that you've got Libra in your chart. Like I said, go watch that reading. But I feel that karmic justice will be restored, will be brought in for you. Balance will be brought in for you once you've just given it one last go, my darling Taurus. So, yeah, lovely energies coming in for you, my darling Taurus. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. I am very active and interactive in the comments. So if you've got a view on this, or you want to say something about the reading, drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. I love to have a chat, so by all means, put it in the comments. And if you could please help my channel to thrive by subscribing, I would love it. All right, my darling Taurus, let's get final messages for you. Yeah. Ask your angels. If you need guidance, ask for help. Maybe that's this Knight of Cups. Maybe they are your angel in disguise. You just don't know. Improving health, it'll be different for everyone. So, and look, I feel that, having karmic justice being restored, can only help your health, my darling Taurus. Here it comes. Here's the abundance, my darling Taurus. This is what I feel is your bigger picture. That's what you want to find, the abundance. This is what you want. That, everybody wants, to feel that they're in that abundant energy. Perfect timing, they say. Yeah. And you've got a yes. Love, love, love this for you, my darling Taurus. So, I mean, beautiful energies coming in. I do feel, that there could be someone here, but the biggest message I got off this was don't give up 5 minutes before the miracle happens, my darling Taurus. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon.